Students, in my last video I had discussed regarding two methods, that is your direct method and shortcut method, and those two methods are particularly applicable where the numbers which have been given, those are with less smaller numbers. But whenever you are getting bigger numbers, as here in this problem, you have to go for another method, that is your step deviation method. The most important thing to opt this method is to reduce the numbers so that calculation would be easy. In shortcut method, what we were doing means first class interval is there, we are going for a class mark, then we are taking the assumed value, then that value is to be subtracted from the class mark, thereafter we have multiplied with the frequency that we are getting. Till then, in those cases also, the values or the total, the calculation is quite cumbersome. So that is why, to make it more easier, to make it very less numbers for calculation, we have to go for this step deviation method. In step deviation method, first you understand actually what is happening here. We have gone for the class mark. Then what we have to do, from each class mark, then we have taken an assumed mean. Then that assumed mean is to be subtracted from each of the class mark. And thereafter actually what happens, those values are to be divided by a common divisor, as here it is indicated H. And your U1, what is your, that has been indicated here, that is your class mark minus assumed mean by that common divisor. And whatever the value that has come, U1 value, that U1 value is to be multiplied with your frequency, and thereafter you apply this formula. Then whenever you will get the product and thereafter you are finding the sum of the product, you have to apply this formula. A is nothing but the assumed mean, whatever F1 and E1 that you are getting by your sum of the frequencies into H, whatever the common divisor that you have taken here. From your book, I have taken this problem. Let us discuss it, and I think it will be more clear for you. Whatever the class intervals which have been given here, I am taking the class mark. The first one is 137.5. Second one is your 142.5. Your third one that is coming 147.5, and your fourth one is 152.5. Your fifth one is 157.5. Your sixth one is 162.5. Your seventh one is 167.5, and your eighth one is 172.5. Already I have told you how can you get those class marks. I have already told you that your upper limit plus lower limit of the class interval by 2, you are getting these figures. Then from those class marks, one assumed mean means that you have to take. As here in this case, you see these are the numbers, and that assumed mean has been taken 152.5. Then we have to go for this step. First step is your this one. Second step it is that we are going for third, and this is your fourth. This is regarding question, and we are going for the step mode. Then what we have to do, as 152.5 has been given, so we have to subtract each from the your class mark, means 137.5 minus 152.5, and it is coming. And here you see, as I have already told you, that whatever the age that you have to take. So whenever we have gone for this class mark, and in each case your the common divisor that is taken to be your 5. And you see, in the first case it is coming 15. minus 15. Means this, you see, this by 5. You may ask me, sir, from where that 5 has come? Simply I am telling you, before that you have to go for the rough and find out which common divisor that can be taken. Here it is the differences are coming of product of your 5. That's why your 5 has been taken as common, and accordingly in the question itself, whenever you will find the differences, thereafter you find which would be convenient for you to take as the common divisor, accordingly you can take it. So whenever its value is coming minus 3, and you see thereafter what is happening, that minus 3 is nothing but your u1, and that has been multiplied with the frequency f1. So in the first step, your 4 into minus 3, we are getting minus 12. So simple. So just to watch the previous one, shortcut method and step deviation method. In step deviation, what is happening? This divisor was not there. This h is not there. Common divisor is not there. Only we have taken the assumed mean, and thereafter we are subtracting, and thereafter we are going for f1 and x1. But here you see, whenever we have gone for the common divisor, now the digits itself, the product itself has been reduced. You see what is the such big figures are there, and finally we are getting this is minus 2. And similarly in the second part, we are getting your minus 2 and it is minus 14, and in third one we are getting 1 and that is minus 20, and your fourth one is 0, it is also coming 0. Thereafter it is 1 and it is coming 24, and it is 2, it is coming your 20, and it is 3 and it is coming 12, and it is 4, it is also coming 12. So don't confuse yourself. Minus 1, I have taken the first one. Accordingly 142 minus 152.5, you are getting your minus 10. Minus 10 by 5, because you have taken that h as 5. So in this way you are getting u1. Each u1 has been multiplied and you are getting u1 f1. Then you find out sigma u1 f1. Students, you should never confuse what is this sign. This is nothing but a sum of. And finally we are getting it 22. And your sigma f1, it is coming your 100. Then go for putting the formula. Your a, we have taken assumed mean as your 152.5. So that is why 152.5 your plus sigma u1 f1, sorry, sigma u1 f1, yes, by sigma f1 into h. H means this common divisor. And you see, we are getting this one. So 152.5, it is coming your 22 by 100 into 5. And we are getting this one. And finally, your mean has come 153.6. This one. In this way, also you can get it. So, suppose someone is thinking that why shall you go for by this method, step deviation method, why not by direct method? The reason is that the class intervals are very bigger numbers. And if you go on multiplying these bigger numbers with the frequencies, again you will want more bigger numbers. Then you can go for your sigma f1 x1, then you go for, so the calculation would be very big. But to reduce that burden, we have to opt this one. We have find out your f u1. u1 is we have to find an assumed mean. Thereafter the assumed mean we have gone for x1 minus that assumed mean, and then whatever we have to take a common divisor, and with a common divisor we have it. So common divisor, there is no specification, but you have to take a convenient number so that this can be divided easily. So that can be taken. And finally we are going for this one, then the formula this. So clearly all these three formulas are never difficult to operate, but we have to remember the steps. The question is given that suppose particularly of this one, height of this frequency has been given, I have taken that height and this frequency has been given, and thereafter I have gone for this one. So it is very easy, and in this method you can find out any problem of this, of if you will be asked for find out the mean. Okay, so in my next class we shall go for other methods of central tendency that we are taking. Till then, thanking you all.